Good evening, Stevens Point. I'm Evan Peterson.
And I'm Erica Larson.
Tonight, we bring you updates on the effects of the budget cuts, Stevens Point MS Charity Walk, and Art in the Park.
All this and more when we return.
This weekend, Stevens Point had their annual Fall Festival. Isaiah George with more on the story.
On Saturday 19th, downtown saw live music and a children's bouncy house to symbolize the kickoff of the fall season. Vendors were seen lining the streets and the town square. Adding to the festivities, the normal Saturday Farmers Market was also running, bustling with customers and merchants alike. For SPTV, this is Isaiah George.
Fall Fest had another great year, and we can't wait to see what next year will bring.
The budget cuts are having an impact on UWSP students. SPTV's Justin Luther took a closer look.
Budget cuts are an issue that have affected people's opinions everywhere, from faculty and staff to students as well.
I am definitely not a big fan of cutting the educational system because I believe in the opportunity to be able to go and have great professors that teach you and that are paid well to be there and to exert their passions onto you. And so I feel the more money we invest in our students and the growth of our nation, the more rational ideas and thoughts and processes we can, start to keep on moving in a concrete manner.
We've heard and seen a lot about how professors feel toward the budget cut system, but not so much the students and how they're affected by it.
The budget cuts for me were the first sign of possibly losing those resources, and luckily our student government fought and got them back. But in that way, we lost other things. We lost library resources, we lost faculty, we lost resources that students could utilize to make their time here better. And so it is hard for me to accept something that makes it tighter around here. It's harder to be comfortable and relaxed here and kind of let educators do what they're paid to do when there's all this strict policies against them, and they don't have the funding to do what they want to do, and we don't have the faculty to teach what the school needs to teach.
Students outside of UWSP are being affected as well. Whether you are for or against the budget cut system, this is an issue that is important for all of us to know. Reporting for SPTV, I'm JJ Luther.
We will keep you updated more on the budget cuts as the year progresses.
UWSP students and members of the Stevens Point community walked for charity this past Saturday. Milica Mitrovic has the story.
UWSP students, faculty, and community members all came together this past Saturday at UWSP to help support a mission that the MS Society has on finding a cure for this disease. While everyone gathered in the Multi-Activity Center, they had the chance to meet the sponsors of the walk as well as learning more about the goals that the MS Society has set to achieve this year.
This year is the most that we've raised so far. Our goal is $28,000, and we are already at 75% of that goal already, not including all of the donations that are being turned in today, which is fantastic. Also, we have over 400 walkers so far, not including walk-on registrations, which is also great. Our goal is around 380 walkers, so we've already surpassed that. And we have 38 teams registered too, which include family and friends teams and corporate teams.
The MS Society will be accepting donations all the way through September 25th. Reporting for SPTV News, this has been Milica Mitrovic.
If you would like to learn more about the organization, check out their website.
Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker announced on Monday that he's dropping out of the presidential race. He's the second GOP candidate to do so after former Texas Governor Rick Perry. Walker started out as a frontrunner in Iowa, but his campaign donations dried up after his performance in 2 presidential debates. Walker now says he wants to clear the field for a candidate with a positive conservative message. He also called on other GOP candidates who are falling behind to drop out as well.
I was sitting in church yesterday. The pastor's words reminded me that the Bible is full of stories about people who were called to be leaders in unusual ways. Today, I believe that I'm being called to lead by helping to clear the field in this race so that a positive, conservative message can rise to the top of the field. With this in mind, I will suspend my campaign immediately. I encourage other Republican presidential candidates to consider doing the same so that the voters can focus on a limited number of candidates who can offer a positive, conservative alternative to the current frontrunner. This is fundamentally important to the future of the party and, more importantly, to the future of our country.
UWSP students gave their opinions on Walker's withdrawal.
I feel like he had a pretty good chance, but I don't know if he would have been a very good fit as a president.
I'm happy he's not running anymore for president. I tend to have a negative connotation with Scott.
I'm not a very big fan of him, so kind of happy about it.
We will keep you updated on the presidential race.
That wraps up this week's news. Ben Zitouni with the latest in sports when we return.
My name is Lance Castor. I graduated from UW-Stevens Point in 2014. I started at SPTV my junior year. I was looking for a fun experience that also provided me with a chance to learn something, and SPTV was the place to come. Right now, I'm employed at WFRV-TV, the CBS affiliate located in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I can handle it because of what I was able to learn here at SPTV. You can be as creative as you want here. The only limits are those that you put on yourself. Those limits will...
This UWSP Sports broadcast is brought to you by SPTV. Let's make media together.
SPTV is your home for everything Pointers, only on Charter Channel 983.
Alakazam! Huh, wait a minute, I can do it, hold on. Ring-a-ding-a-doo! Huh, this worked great in rehearsal.
Thanks to the support of people like you, some endangered species are no longer disappearing. Join the San Diego Zoo Global Wildlife Conservancy today and help bring species back from the brink of extinction.
Wait a minute, I can do it.
Join us today. Visit endextinction.org.
We begin tonight with Pointer football. The Pointer football team picked up its first win of the season by defeating Cole College 34-31 over the weekend. Kyle Larson threw for 139 yards and 2 touchdown passes to lead the Pointers through the air. They ran for 248 yards, led by Britton Vernon's 98 yards and a touchdown. Defensively, John Kontowitz had a team-high 11 tackles. The Pointers got out to a quick 17-0 lead, but the defense continued its early season struggles, giving up over 500 yards of total offense and allowing Cole back in the game before making some crucial fourth quarter stops. The Pointers will take a trip up to the UP this weekend to take on first-year program Finlandia. The game starts at 3 p.m. on Saturday. Nathan Hansen has a story.
With Kyle Larson injured, the Pointers are hoping their loaded backfield can shine against first-year team Finlandia this Saturday.
All three have unbelievable talent. They bring a skill set. All three have played, and they will continue to play. And each one of them has a certain skill, whether it's catching the ball or pass protection, or whether they're a guy that's more of a perimeter guy or a box guy. So we'll continue to use all three.
The playing time for the running backs remains uncertain for the Pointers, but defensively, the secondary has been established.
Well, we have two strong safety. They're both seniors. Matt Gaffney's a 3-year starter. Mike Longmire is a 3-year starter. He was a 2-year starter at corner, field corner, and he's now at field safety, so they understand the defense, and both are phenomenal leaders and great kids, guys that I recruited personally, so I care about so much, and coach them personally. So, you got to have great leadership, and we have great leadership in those two guys.
Leadership has paid dividends in the success of the Pointers. And for them to maintain that success, taking a game-by-game approach is essential.
Just one day at a time, one practice at a time, because this league is such a grind, and it's every sport. You can't look ahead. You can't say, oh, this, because it'll wear you out. I mean, you won't get any sleep.
The Pointers look to add another non-conference victory to their belt as they take on Finlandia this Saturday. Reporting from Stevens Point, Nathan Hansen, SPTV Sports.
Now on to Pointers volleyball. The Pointers volleyball team suffered their first two losses on the season Friday night when they lost to ranked opponents Chicago and Carthage in 5 sets. They then bounced back to defeat ranked teams Dominican and Elmhurst on Saturday. The Pointers begin conference play this Wednesday with a trip to Platteville to take on the Pioneers. Game starts at 7. The Wisconsin Badgers extended their home winning streak against non-power conference opponents to 34 games with a 28-3 win over Troy on Saturday. The Badgers were once again without star running back Corey Clement, who's expected to be out until conference play. However, Taiwan Deal and Dare Ogunbowale combined for 159 yards to do it all. Tanner McAvoy had a 32-yard rushing touchdown to lead the ground attack. Joel Stave had 2 total touchdowns as he once again threw for over 200 yards. The defense has gone now 8 quarters without giving up a touchdown. The Badgers finish up their non-conference schedule Saturday at Camp Randall when they host Hawaii. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. The Green Bay Packers felt a sweet taste of revenge Sunday night when they defeated the Seattle Seahawks 27-17. Aaron Rodgers was efficient once again, throwing for 249 yards and 2 touchdowns. Randall Cobb led the Packers in receiving with 8 receptions for 116 yards. James Starks ran for 95 yards, filling in for the injured Eddie Lacy, who left the game with an ankle injury. Lacy is questionable to play next week when the Packers host the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. That's all we have for sports this week. Up next, we have Sarah Burkhardt with your latest entertainment news.
Stand by camera 1. Coming in on camera in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take camera 1.
SPTV News serves Stevens Point, the largest city in Portage County and home to 26,000 people. SPTV News covers campus, local, and national news, as well as local sports and entertainment. Milica Mitrovic will present you the latest in Point news. Tune in to Charter Channel 983 or visit our YouTube channel. SPTV News, pointing to you.
I'm Curtis Brown, this is Adam Yurkovsky and Justin Pomplin. If you enjoy our Final Take show, make sure you tune in every week to stay up to date on Stevens Point sports. Remember, Pointers, anything sports.
How can you get involved with student media at UWSP? Connecting with your campus television station, SPTV, is easy. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Vine, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Pinterest, follow us on Instagram, or connect with us on Google+. But of course, the best way for you to get involved and stay up to date with all that is happening at our station is to stop by our studio. We're located in the Communication Arts Center at UWSP, Studio B, Room 121. You can also drop by our office, Room 130, for more information on station happenings. We can't wait to get you involved. Come join us at SPTV. Let's make media together.
This past weekend, artists from around the Stevens Point area showcased and sold their art. Noble Runman has more.
Art in the Park, an event that is held annually in Piffner Park near downtown Stevens Point, is an event that showcases the craft of local artists and brings the community together to see interesting art and to shop local. The event, which was held last Saturday, September 19th, has happened every year for decades, and some vendors, like Ann Rosner and her mother, have been coming to it since the beginning.
I remember Art in the Park when I was a teenager, and my mother first had painted stones, and we sold stones for $0.25 or 50 cents, or maybe even up to $1, which was, wow, that was an expensive stone.
Rosner says that art is a bonding experience, and although her and her mother sell jewelry at other events, Art in the Park is their favorite.
We enjoy this one the best because of the setting, and the people are just so friendly, and it's a one-day thing, so it's just, and it's local.
This art sale not only attracts artists from the area, artists from across Wisconsin, like potter Kurt Kennis, make the drive to Stevens Point.
I'm from Sullivan, which is down by Jefferson, between Madison and Milwaukee, about halfway.
The festivities don't stop with just art. Art in the Park has something for everyone, including food, activities for children, music from Suzuki students, and a great atmosphere for anyone young to old. For SPTV, I'm Noble Rudman.
If you missed Art in the Park this year, you can always catch it next fall. UWSP students have been jamming out to the music of campus's newest and hottest bands. SPTV Jen Richardson has more to share.
Drum and Wind Group, also known as DOG, will be having its first major performance Friday, October 2nd at the Homecoming Pep Rally. One of the founders of this new group talked about what to expect at their debut.
For our first few shows, we're going to be doing a lot of pop songs, things that everybody knows the lyrics to because the radio plays them over and over. But that'll be fun for an audience type venue. So the audience can get into it. They know the song. They're not just sitting there like, oh, that's nice music. I wish I knew what it was.
DOG was created this year by UWSP students Eric Heinz and Jake Kujawa. They created this group because they wanted a fun alternative to pep band and to hopefully spread school spirit. The group currently has 25 active members. Kujawa shared his dreams for the future of this group.
The ultimate dream is to be as big as possible, and big enough to be able to compete with Madison on their own field at Camp Randall, to have a band off, if you will.
If you are interested in joining or learning more about DOG, send them an email or check out their Facebook page. They are always looking for more musicians. Reporting for SPTV News, this has been Jen Richardson.
I'm looking forward to seeing them at the Homecoming Pep Rally. This group is going to go far in the future. For you superhero fanatics, don't miss your chance to catch the movie Avengers: Age of Ultron this Saturday in the DUC Theater. There will be 2 showings, one at 7 p.m. and the other at 9:30 p.m. Remember to bring your student ID for free admission, otherwise it will cost you $5 to attend. Looking to have a good laugh? Centertainment is inviting comedian Brian Morris to campus. Back in 2012, Brian won Madison's Funniest Comic contest. He was called the Michael Jordan of comedy. You can catch his act at the DUC Encore Room this Saturday at 8 p.m. RHA is hosting Casino Night Tuesday, September 29th. Grab a group of friends and head to the DUC Laird Room at 7 p.m. to play games, win awesome prizes, and a college student's favorite thing to do, eat free food. This event is free to all UWSP students. That's all in entertainment tonight. Back to Erica and Evan after the break.
Be a part of something super Greek at UWSP. There are 9 chapters and colonies on campus: Phi Sigma Phi, Gamma Phi Delta, Theta Xi, Sigma Delta Rho, Sigma Tau Gamma, Delta Phi Epsilon, Tau Kappa Epsilon, Phi Mu Alpha Sinfonia, and Phi Omega. Greek life at UWSP is a great way to build your personal support system and resume. With Greek life at UWSP, you won't just be a member, but a happy friend to the chapters and colonies for life. See what opportunities Greek life could offer you.
Great opportunity to promote leadership, a great way to get connections, and also to build bonds between different groups.
You get the opportunity to grow yourself as a leader and as a person, both through your organization and connections through Inter-Greek Council and other avenues like that.
Greek life isn't what you see in the movies. I recommend checking out one of the recruitment events for the organizations and just seeing maybe you belong there.
Don't have a television? Don't worry. SPTV is available on demand at uwsp.edu/SPTV. Find your favorite shows on our website, plus links to all of our YouTube content. Stay up to date with SPTV news that includes information about campus and community happenings. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. We're SPTV-UWSP Television. SPTV. Let's make media together.
So Erica, what are your plans for homecoming?
I'm going to probably catch the game and cheer on our Pointers to victory. How about yourself?
I'm actually going to be heading back home to catch my high school's football game the same weekend.
Oh, the Avengers seem to be a big deal these days. What's your favorite superhero?
Well, when I was a kid, I'd say my favorite superhero was probably Spider-Man, but now I think I'm more of a Batman guy. What about you?
I'd have to say that Iron Man kind of is one of the best. Well, that's all we have for news this week. Make sure to catch up on our social media pages for updates on what is going on locally and on campus. Until next time, Stevens Point, have a great night.
If they could speak up, we wouldn't have to. Bringing species back from the brink of extinction.
These guys care about sports. The talk continues after the cameras stop rolling. Watch Final Take only right here on SPTV for anything Pointers, anything sports.
My name is Jackie Lang. I graduated from UW Stevens Point in 2013. I started off coming to general members meetings, showing up for the shows. From the first show that I was a part of, I just absolutely loved it. Now that I've graduated, I currently work at WFRV TV, which is Channel 5, the CBS affiliate in Green Bay. I also freelance for Lashbro Visual Communications. All of my experience, all of my knowledge came from SPTV. And I will forever be grateful to this organization for that.
Serving a campus of 9,600 strong, we are the home of UWSP Television. We are SPTV. You can find us on Charter Channel 983, online, or on any of our social media sites.